One of the biggest changes to Grease Pencil is how it now works with brushes. My name is Paul Kajeji for cgcookie.com, and today we're going to take a look at Grease Pencil's brush assets. A lot of thought has gone into how assets should be managed for an all-round better experience. Gone are the per-file brushes saved in your individual blend files. They're now replaced with a more robust asset system that is in line with Blender's other tools, which also use brush sets, such as Sculpt. A little knowledge of the asset library will go a long way. More on that soon. Grease Pencil will allow you to create your own custom assets directly in the Grease Pencil Brushes asset interface. Currently, the default brushes cannot be customized at all, and this is a little infuriating to say the least. So I'll open up a new 2D animation preset. I'll go to my brush assets and select a brush that I'd like to customize. I'm going to go with the pen brush because it's the most basic. From its drop-down menu, I'll select Duplicate. Give it a name, Pencil Graphite. The user library is the default, and I'm going to go with it for this exercise. I'm also going to edit the catalog here, making a new subcatalog, calling it Custom. I'll click on the plus sign, and then save. Clicking on the brush, I can pop out the asset library for these brushes. By default, all libraries are what we're looking at. And under Brushes, Grease Pencil Drawer, we now have the custom category we just created. We can filter libraries and show only what's in our user library, which should only show this brush. I'll set it back to all. The duplicate is now fully customizable. I'd like to give this brush a custom material, so let's make one. I'm calling mine Graphite, and I'm going to set the stroke type to dot. I'll switch the style from solid to texture and import a texture. I'll assign this material to the new brush and pin it. I want to allow the radius and strength to respond to pressure sensitivity. I'm going to adjust the curve slightly. Under its advanced settings, I'll switch the radius to view, spacing around 10%, and reduce its active smooth. Under the stroke properties, I'll disable post-processing and enable randomize. I'll tweak a few parameters, such as the radius so it draws on a little rough, and I'll set the UV to 1 so that the rotation of the texture is completely random. I'll give it a color attribute. I like to use this red value that I like to draft in, and I'll pin this attribute as well. Now to create a custom thumbnail. I'm going to set my render settings to 96 by 96 pixels, and looking through the camera, I'm going to try out this brush. I might need to increase the radius a little until we get a good sample to draw on. Okay, I'm happy with this, so I'll render and save this image somewhere. Note, it's not important where, just remember the location. Now, let's edit the brush's metadata and give it some clear details. I'll also edit the preview image by navigating to the render we just created and set it to this. Now all I have to do is save changes to the asset and quit Blender. Yep, that's right, without saving the file. When we start Blender up again, your brush is there, ready to use, all the settings saved, and they are also customizable. Because it's been saved to your user library, it will be available for any new projects that you begin in Blender. Let's check out the material stack here as we begin to use the brush. You'll notice that the pinned material now appears automatically in the stack, but it's grayed out. This indicates the material is linked from the asset file. Now, you can click on the link and make the material local, and now it's stored in this blend file and not just the asset library, but if you use the brush again, the material will relink another duplicate, and so things can get messy. What about exporting these brushes for other people or importing a brush pack? How does that work? I've supplied a brush pack for you to try out, and the link should be available in the notes below. I'll show you the way you append assets normally. You can open an asset browser, then go to File, Append, and navigate to the asset library file from your downloaded pack. Once you've done it, the brush is available in your grease pencil assets, and you can customize all the changes. But you don't have to save this brush the way we did before. This brush doesn't exist in your user library. It is linked to this file. For that to work, you're going to have to transfer them manually. But that's not as scary as it sounds. You need to know where Grease Pencil has saved your duplicated custom brush. Under your preferences, you can already see where your user library is. Simply open a file browser and navigate to this location. You'll see a folder named Saved. Inside this folder, there's a folder called Brushes. If you drag and drop all of the brushes from the supplied asset pack into here, they'll now populate the asset library in the same way. Now you can either quit Blender and restart, or simply refresh your asset libraries. You should see these brushes now appear as assets. You should be able to edit their metadata, settings, and save changes just like we did before. There's one really huge advantage of this setup. If your user library is somewhere like on a shared Dropbox, you can be the one to create brushes on the fly and save them here, and your team who have access to that shared Dropbox will also have access to your brushes. So I hope that this video has demystified how grease pencil brushes now work. I'm hoping that in future releases we'll get some better interoperability between the asset file systems that addresses some of the points covered here. If these updates seem a bit too different or experimental, remember that Blender 4.2 is a long-term support release. And while the previous version of Grease Pencil may lack some of these new features, the fundamental principles are still the same. If you'd like to learn more about using Grease Pencil before diving into these new updates, I recommend you start with Draw, my free introduction to Grease Pencil, available from cgcookie.com or right here on our YouTube channel.